Tying up a very quick little bass and panfish fly today. This is called the Silver Minnow. It is from an excellent book. It's been around for a long time on bass and panfish. I will post a picture of it here and link down in the description if it's still in publication. It's a great little book. It has all kinds of little bass and panfish flies. This was listed as a panfish fly, but I think it also would be a great little bass fly. It's called the Silver Minnow. Four components to it, but very quick and easy to tie. That's the Silver Minnow, and I'll get started tying. I'm going to start the Silver Minnow with my hook and the vise. This is a Mustad 9672 in a size 8. This is also a 5/32. I think that's a 5/32 bead. It's a brass bead or gold bead. You can use silver if you wanted to on this because of the color scheme. I think that would work pretty well. The thread, I'm going to use a Danville 6/0 in red. I'm going to attach that right behind the bead after I've debarbed the hook and just leave it right there. There's really no body on this fly other than a throat of Peacock Herl and then some gray Marabou, a little Flashabou, and White Marabou. I'm simply taking the Herls, these are just some strung Herls, and kind of trying to match the tips up on those just a little bit. I've only got about 5 here. You don't need a whole lot. These are going to extend just a little bit past the bend. And this is the throat, so it's just right on the underside here. With that secured in, I'll put in my gray Marabou. I'm using just a little bit here. Now, I don't even need a half of this because I want a resulting wing, or I should say, because it's a minnow back and everything, but I don't want it really super bushy. I'm going to wet this down and I'm going to tie this in just a little past the bend. Now, the reason I'm not tying this very long is because if it's very long, it's going to get fouled up in the gap of the hook. Keeping it short like this, it's less likely to get fouled. It still might, especially when you catch fish, but it's less likely to get fouled, and it's going to be easier for you to unfoul it just by having just a little bit there. Once that gray is in, we're going to use some crystal flash or a flash accent. This is just some pearl flash accent. I've got 3 strands here. I'm going to tie this in. I like to tie this a little bit on the side here, not quite on the top. Bringing this over to the other side. Then I'm going to trim all of this about the length, a little bit more than the Marabou, but I like to keep that on the sides just a little bit. Now we're going to put the top on, which is some White Marabou. Same thing, I don't need a half of this, so I'm going to peel those away. I'm going to wet my fingers a little bit. It's a lot easier to work with this when this is a little bit wet. Same length as the gray. Wrap that in, a few wraps to secure it. Get in here with some nice pointed sharp scissors. Trim that away. Now I'm going to start wrapping that down, and I'm going to make certain this bead kind of is up over it a little bit. The reason I used the red thread was because now I have what looks like a little gill flash. Put in a 5 or 6 turn whip finish on there. Some head cement. Our silver minnow is all done. Quick, very quick, easy little bass and panfish fly. Fun fly to tie. Have a bunch of them in no time. You can try some different color schemes if you want. That's the silver minnow. Thanks for watching today. Thank you for joining me at the Vise today. I hope you learned a new pattern, at least a tip or trick here and there. If you'd like to help Dress Irons, you can like, comment, share, subscribe, all those wonderful things for the video. You can also head out to dressedirons.com where you can buy flies, tools, stickers, and merch, or you can join a growing community over on Locals at the Dressed Irons Fly Tying Guild. You can also donate to Dressed Irons if you want through the link at the bottom of the description. I thank everybody for their ongoing support, as it really does help the creation of these videos. And what's important is to remember, only fly tying. You're not having fun, you're doing it wrong.